Hello my dear friends. It's Noob from Minecraft with you. Today I'm going to make building challenge of sport car with my friends. And while I will build it, I would like to tell you one interesting story about friends the fastest racers in their world. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's build. Welcome to the thrilling universe of galactic speedsters, where the fastest racers in the galaxy compete in high-stakes space races across multiple galaxies. In this action-packed ebook, your kids will embark on an adventure like no other as they follow the adrenaline-fueled journeys of Sam and Steve, two daring racers with a passion for speed and a thirst for victory. With captivating storytelling and vivid imagery, galactic speedsters will transport your kids to distant worlds filled with excitement, danger, and triumph. From the breathtaking landscapes of alien planets to the heart-pounding action of space races, every page will leave them craving more. As they join Sam and Steve on their quest for glory, your kids will discover the true meaning of friendship, perseverance, and courage. They'll be inspired by the characters' unwavering determination and touched by their moments of triumph and tribulation. So buckle up and get ready for the ride of a lifetime. Galactic Speedsters is a journey your kids won't soon forget, a journey that will ignite their imaginations and leave them yearning for more adventures in the vast expanse of space. As the sun dipped below the horizon of Earth, Sam sat in his room, tinkering with his latest invention. He was a young and talented engineer, known for his ingenuity and passion for all things mechanical. But today, his mind was elsewhere. Today, he was waiting for something extraordinary. Suddenly, the sound of a spaceship engine roared through the sky, drawing closer and closer until it landed with a gentle thud in Sam's backyard. With a grin, Sam rushed outside to greet the visitor. Standing before him was Steve, his best friend and fellow racer. Steve was tall and lean, with a mischievous glint in his eyes that always spelled trouble. But today, there was something different about him. Today, he was holding a golden envelope in his hand, a symbol of adventure and excitement. "Sam, you won't believe what I have here," Steve exclaimed, waving the envelope in the air. "It's an invitation to the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship. They want us to compete in the most prestigious race in the galaxy." Sam's eyes widened in disbelief. The Intergalactic Space Racing Championship was the ultimate test of skill and speed, drawing racers from every corner of the universe. To be invited was an honor beyond words, a chance to prove themselves on the grandest stage of all. Without hesitation, Sam and Steve accepted the invitation, knowing that their lives were about to change forever. Little did they know, their journey was just beginning, and the galaxy was waiting to witness their incredible feats of speed and courage. After accepting the invitation to the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship, Sam and Steve wasted no time in preparing for the biggest race of their lives. They knew that competing against the best racers in the galaxy would require skill, strategy, and a top-notch spaceship. In the days leading up to the championship, Sam and Steve spent countless hours in Sam's workshop, fine-tuning their spaceship for peak performance. Every bolt was checked, every circuit was tested, and every system was optimized for speed and reliability. As they worked, they discussed their strategy for the race. They knew that the championship would be a series of intense challenges, each one more demanding than the last. They needed to be prepared for anything, a sudden asteroid field, a gravity-defying loop, or even an encounter with a rival racer. But amidst all the preparation, there was one thing weighing on Sam's mind. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing, something that could give them the edge they needed to win. Late one night, as they were making final adjustments to the spaceship's engines, Sam had a breakthrough. He rushed to his workbench and began sketching furiously, his mind racing with ideas. "Steve, I think I've got it," Sam exclaimed, holding up a blueprint for a new device. "This is our secret weapon, the quantum boost drive. With this, we'll be able to achieve speeds never before seen in the galaxy." As Sam and Steve's racing career came to a close, a new generation of space racers emerged. Inspired by their achievements, these young racers looked up to Sam and Steve as role models and sought to follow in their footsteps. Sam and Steve took on the role of mentors, passing on their knowledge and experience to the next generation. They shared stories of their adventures, offered advice on racing techniques, and encouraged the young racers to chase their dreams with passion and determination. The bond between Sam and Steve and the new generation of racers grew stronger with each passing day. They formed a community of like-minded individuals.
Hello friends, it is me, Pro from Minecraft. I'm happy to see you again. My friend Noob made very cool sport car, but I will try to build it even more interesting. And while I do this, I will continue to tell you a cool story about our friends racers. Also like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start building. Steve studied the blueprint, his eyes widening in amazement. He knew that Sam's inventions were always ahead of their time. But this was something truly revolutionary. We'll need to work fast if we're going to integrate this into the ship before the championship, Steve said, his voice filled with determination. But if anyone can do it, it's us. And so, with the clock ticking down to the start of the championship, Sam and Steve threw themselves into their work with renewed vigor. The quantum boost drive was their ticket to victory, and they were determined to make it a reality. Little did they know, their preparations were about to be put to the ultimate test as they embarked on the journey of a lifetime. The Intergalactic Space Racing Championship awaited, and Sam and Steve were ready to make history. The day of the championship finally arrived, and the atmosphere at the spaceport was electric with excitement. Racers from all corners of the galaxy had gathered for the event, each one eager to prove themselves as the best of the best. Sam and Steve stood proudly beside their newly upgraded spaceship, the quantum boost drive humming with power. They knew that this race would be the ultimate test of their skills and the culmination of all their hard work. As the countdown to the race began, the crowd fell silent, the anticipation palpable in the air. At the sound of the final beep, the racers ignited their engines, and the spaceport erupted into a symphony of roaring thrusters and cheering spectators. With a deafening roar, the race began, and Sam and Steve shot out of the starting gate like a comet blazing across the sky. The other racers were hot on their tail, but Sam and Steve were determined to stay ahead. The first challenge of the race was a treacherous asteroid field that tested the racers' agility and precision. Sam expertly maneuvered their ship through the debris, dodging asteroids with split-second timing, while Steve monitored their progress and adjusted the ship's systems for maximum efficiency. As they emerged from the asteroid field, they found themselves in open space, the stars stretching out before them like a vast ocean of possibilities. But there was no time to admire the view. The next challenge awaited. The second leg of the race took them through a series of gravity-defying loops that tested the limits of their ship's acceleration and maneuverability. Sam and Steve pushed themselves to the limit, their ship weaving through the loops with grace and speed that left their competitors in awe. But just as they thought they had overcome the toughest challenges, disaster struck. A sudden malfunction in their ship's navigation system sent them off course, hurtling towards an unknown part of the galaxy. As alarms blared and warning lights flashed, Sam and Steve knew that they were in serious trouble. But with quick thinking and nerves of steel, they managed to regain control of their ship and steer it back on course. With the worst behind them, they set their sights on the next challenge, the Ice Ring Circuit, a treacherous racecourse known for its icy terrain and unpredictable weather patterns. But Sam and Steve were undeterred, their eyes fixed on the prize as they raced towards their next adventure. As Sam and Steve navigated their ship through the icy terrain of the Ice Ring Circuit, they couldn't help but marvel at the beauty of the frozen landscape. But there was no time to admire the view. The race was far from over, and they had to stay focused if they wanted to emerge victorious. The Ice Ring Circuit was known for its unpredictable weather patterns, and as they made their way through the course, they encountered everything from blinding snowstorms to sudden avalanches of ice. But Sam's expert piloting skills and Steve's quick thinking helped them navigate the treacherous terrain with ease. As they emerged from the icy maze of the circuit, they found themselves facing their next challenge, the Nebula Dash. The Nebula Dash was a race through a dense nebula, where visibility was almost zero and navigation was extremely difficult. Many racers had lost their way in the swirling mists of the nebula, never to be seen again. But Sam and Steve were determined to conquer this challenge. With the quantum boost drive powering their ship, they plunged fearlessly into the nebula, their senses on high alert for any sign of danger. As they raced through the swirling mists, they encountered obstacles that tested their reflexes and instincts. But with Sam's steady hand on the controls and Steve's keen eyes scanning the horizon, they managed to navigate through the nebula without losing their way. Finally, they emerged from the nebula, their ship battered but still flying. The Nebula Dash had been a grueling test of their skills, but they had emerged triumphant. With renewed confidence, they set their sights on the next challenge, the Pit Stop Panic, where split-second decisions could mean the difference between victory and defeat. But as they prepared for the next leg of the race, they knew that the hardest challenges were yet to come. The Intergalactic Space Racing Championship was far from over, and Sam and Steve were ready to face whatever the galaxy threw at them. The pit stop panic was one of the most crucial parts of the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship. It was a test not only of speed, but also of strategy and teamwork. As Sam and Steve approached the pit stop, they knew that their next move could make or break their chances of winning the race. The pit stop was a hive of activity, with mechanics and engineers working frantically to refuel and repair the racers' ships. Sam and Steve's pit crew sprang into action, their efficiency a testament to their experience and skill. As the ship was refueled and checked for any signs of damage, Sam and Steve took a moment to catch their breath and assess their position in the race. They were still in the running, but they knew that they couldn't afford to let their guard down for a moment. Suddenly, a loud siren blared through the pit stop, signaling the end of the refueling period. It was time to get back into the race, and Sam and Steve were ready. With a burst of speed, they shot out of the pit stop and back into the race, their eyes firmly set on the next challenge, the ice ring circuit. They knew that this leg of the race would be particularly challenging, with its treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather. But Sam and Steve were determined to overcome whatever obstacles lay ahead. With the quantum boost drive powering their ship, they raced through the icy landscape with skill and precision, pushing themselves to the limit in their quest for victory. As they completed the ice ring circuit, they knew that they were one step closer to the finish line. But they also knew that the hardest challenges were yet to come. With their eyes set on the prize, they raced onwards, ready to face whatever the galaxy threw at them next. The ice ring circuit was a notorious part of the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship, known for its treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather. Sam and Steve knew that this leg of the race would push them to their limits, but they were determined to conquer it. As they navigated their ship through the icy maze of the circuit, they encountered a series of obstacles that tested their skill and endurance. The frozen landscape seemed to stretch on endlessly, with towering ice formations and deep crevices posing constant threats to their progress. But Sam's expert piloting and Steve's quick thinking helped them navigate the treacherous terrain. With ease, they dodged falling ice boulders, maneuvered through narrow passages, and raced across frozen lakes with a speed and precision that left their competitors in awe. As they neared the end of the circuit, they faced their toughest challenge, yet a massive ice wall that blocked their path. It seemed insurmountable, but Sam and Steve knew that they couldn't afford to give up now. With a burst of speed, they charged towards the wall, their ship's engines roaring with power. At the last moment, Sam activated the quantum boost drive, and their ship surged forward with incredible force, smashing through the ice wall and emerging on the other side in a shower of ice and snow. As they raced towards the next leg of the championship, they knew that they had proven themselves capable of overcoming even the most daunting challenges. With renewed determination, they set their sights on the next obstacle, the Deserted Planet Challenge, where they would face a whole new set of dangers in their quest for victory. The Deserted Planet Challenge was unlike anything Sam and Steve had ever encountered. As they approached the barren planet, they could see nothing but endless dunes of sand stretching out before them.
I'm happy to see you again, my friends. It's me, Hacker from Minecraft. My friend Pro have made some very interesting sport car build, but we should show them how real professionals build it. And while I'm building, I'll continue to tell you the breathtaking story. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! The planet was devoid of life, its surface scoured by relentless sandstorms that could appear without warning. Sam and Steve knew that navigating this desolate landscape would be a test of their endurance and resourcefulness. As they descended towards the planet's surface, they could feel the ship being buffeted by the fierce winds. The sandstorms were unpredictable, and they had to rely on their instincts to guide them through the swirling maelstroms. The first part of the challenge was a race across the desert. With its shifting sands and hidden hazards, Sam expertly maneuvered the ship, avoiding treacherous sinkholes and sudden sand dunes that threatened to swallow them whole. But just as they thought they had overcome the worst of the challenges, disaster struck. A massive sandstorm engulfed them, blotting out the sun and reducing visibility to zero. With the ship's instruments going haywire, Sam and Steve were forced to rely on their instincts alone. Every decision they made could mean the difference between life and death, and they had to trust each other implicitly. As the storm raged on, they battled against the elements. Their ship buffeted by the relentless winds, but through sheer determination and skill, they managed to navigate their way out of the storm and back onto the racecourse. Exhausted but triumphant, they continued their journey, knowing that they had proven themselves capable of facing even the most extreme challenges. With the deserted planet challenge behind them, they set their sights on the next leg of the championship, the Battle of the Galaxies, where they would face their fiercest competition yet. The Battle of the Galaxies was the most anticipated part of the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship. It was a race through a series of galaxies, each one more challenging than the last. Sam and Steve knew that this leg of the championship would test their skills to the limit, but they were ready for the challenge. As they entered the first galaxy, they were greeted by a dazzling display of stars and nebulae. The beauty of the cosmos was breathtaking, but there was no time to admire the view. The race was on, and they had to stay focused if they wanted to stay ahead. The first galaxy was a test of speed, with long stretches of open space that allowed them to unleash the full power of their ship. Sam and Steve pushed themselves to the limit, their ship hurtling through space at incredible speeds. But as they entered the second galaxy, they encountered a new set of challenges. This galaxy was filled with asteroid fields and gravitational anomalies that made navigation extremely difficult. Sam's piloting skills were put to the test as he expertly maneuvered the ship through the treacherous terrain. As they emerged from the asteroid field, they found themselves facing their toughest challenge yet, a black hole. Black holes were known for their immense gravitational pull, capable of swallowing entire stars. Sam and Steve knew that they had to be careful if they wanted to avoid being pulled into its inescapable grasp. With nerves of steel, Sam navigated the ship around the edge of the black hole, using its gravitational pull to slingshot them towards the next galaxy. It was a risky maneuver, but it paid off, and they emerged from the black hole's influence unscathed. As they raced towards the next galaxy, they knew that they were one step closer to victory. The Battle of the Galaxies had been a grueling test of their skills, but they had emerged stronger than ever, with their eyes set on the prize. They prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead in the final leg of the championship. The final leg of the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship was a race against time. Sam and Steve knew that they had to give it their all if they wanted to emerge victorious. The championship was within their reach, but they couldn't afford to let their guard down for a moment. The final leg of the race took them through a series of challenges that tested their endurance and determination, from navigating through asteroid fields to dodging plasma storms. Every moment was a battle against the forces of nature, but Sam and Steve were determined to succeed, with the quantum boost drive powering their ship. They raced through the final leg of the championship with determination and skill. As they approached the finish line, they could see victory within their grasp. The cheers of the crowd filled the air, urging them on as they pushed their ship to its limits. And then, in a burst of speed and determination, they crossed the finish line, their ship streaking across the sky in a blaze of glory. They had done it. They had won the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship. As they basked in the glow of their victory, Sam and Steve knew that they had achieved something truly remarkable. They had overcome every challenge the galaxy had thrown at them and emerged as the champions. But as they celebrated their victory, they also knew that their journey was far from over. The galaxy was vast and filled with endless possibilities, and they were ready to embark on their next adventure, wherever it may take them. After their victory in the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship, Sam and Steve were hailed as heroes throughout the galaxy. Their names were known far and wide, and they were celebrated for their skill, bravery, and sportsmanship. But amidst all the accolades and celebrations, Sam and Steve remained humble. They knew that their success was not just due to their own efforts, but also to the support of their friends, family, and loyal fans. As they returned to Earth, they were greeted by a hero's welcome. Crowds lined the streets, cheering and waving banners in their honor. It was a moment they would never forget, a testament to their hard work and determination. But even as they enjoyed the adulation of the crowd, they knew that their journey was far from over. The galaxy was filled with new challenges and adventures, and they were ready to face them head-on. As they looked towards the stars, they knew that there were still countless galaxies waiting to be explored, and they were determined to be the first to discover their secrets. And so, with their eyes set on the future, Sam and Steve prepared to embark on their next adventure, ready to write the next chapter in their epic tale of space racing glory. With the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship behind them, Sam and Steve were eager to embark on new adventures. They had proven themselves as the best racers in the galaxy, but they knew that there was still so much more to explore and discover. Their victory had opened up new opportunities for them. They were offered sponsorships from some of the biggest corporations in the galaxy, eager to have them represent their brands. They were also approached by aspiring racers who looked up to them as role models, seeking their advice and guidance. But amidst all the attention and offers, Sam and Steve remained focused on their true passion, exploring the unknown reaches of the galaxy. They knew that there were still uncharted territories waiting to be explored, and they were determined to be the ones to chart them. And so, with their ship refueled and their spirits high, Sam and Steve set out once again into the depths of space, ready to write the next chapter in their epic saga. The galaxy was vast and filled with wonders beyond imagination, and they were eager to discover them all. As they soared through the stars, they knew that the best was yet to come. With each new adventure, they would continue to push the boundaries of what was possible, inspiring others to follow in their footsteps and dream of reaching for the stars. And so, with a sense of excitement and anticipation, Sam and Steve journeyed onwards, ready to face whatever challenges and wonders the galaxy had in store for them. As Sam and Steve continued their adventures through the galaxy, they never forgot the lessons they had learned during their time as space racers. They had faced countless challenges, made new friends, and discovered the true meaning of teamwork and determination. Their legacy lived on in the hearts of aspiring racers everywhere. The story of their victory in the Intergalactic Space Racing Championship had become the stuff of legend, inspiring a new generation of racers to reach for the stars and chase their dreams. But Sam and Steve were not content to simply rest on their laurels. They continued to push themselves to new heights, seeking out new challenges and adventures wherever they went. Their travels took them to distant galaxies, where they encountered strange and wondrous civilizations. They explored alien worlds, braved perilous asteroid fields, and faced off against rival racers in pulse-pounding races that tested their skills to the limit. Through it all, they remained true to themselves and each other, their friendship and camaraderie as strong as ever. They knew that as long as they had each other, there was no challenge they couldn't overcome. And so, as they raced through the cosmos, their laughter echoing through the vastness of space, Sam and Steve knew that their journey was far from over. The galaxy was theirs to explore, and they were ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead, together. With each new adventure, Sam and Steve discovered that the universe was full of surprises. They encountered strange and exotic creatures, witnessed breathtaking cosmic phenomena, and explored worlds that defied imagination. But amidst all the wonders of the cosmos, they never lost sight of their goal to be the best space racers the galaxy had ever seen. They trained tirelessly, honing their skills and pushing themselves to new limits with each race they entered. Their hard work paid off, and they continued to win races and earn the admiration of fans across the galaxy. But for Sam and Steve, the true reward was the thrill of the race itself, the rush of adrenaline as they pushed their ship to its limits, the camaraderie with their fellow racers, and the sense of accomplishment as they crossed the finish line. As they raced through the stars, they knew that they were living their dream. They had achieved more than they ever thought possible, and yet they knew that there was still so much more to explore and discover. And so, with the universe spread out before them, Sam and Steve raced onwards, their spirits soaring as they chased after new adventures and new victories. The galaxy was theirs to conquer, and they were determined to leave their mark on every corner of it. As Sam and Steve's fame grew, they began to use their platform for more than just racing. They became advocates for environmental causes, using their influence to raise awareness about the importance of preserving the galaxy's natural wonders. They organized charity races, with the proceeds going towards conservation efforts for endangered planets and species. They spoke at events and conferences, urging others to join them in their mission to protect the galaxy for future generations. Their efforts were met with widespread support, and soon, they found themselves at the forefront of a movement for change. They inspired others to take up the cause, and together, they made a real difference in the fight to preserve the galaxy's beauty and diversity. But even as they worked tirelessly for their cause, Sam and Steve never lost sight of their first love, racing. They continued to compete in races across the galaxy, using their victories to further their cause and spread their message of conservation and sustainability. With each race they won, they knew that they were not just racing for themselves, but for the future of the galaxy itself. And as they crossed the finish line time and time again, They knew that they were making a difference one race at a time. After years of racing and advocacy work, Sam and Steve faced their ultimate challenge. A new race had been announced, one that would test their skills like never before. It was a race through the heart of the galaxy, a journey that would take them to the very edge of known space. The race was not just a test of speed and endurance, it was a test of courage and determination. The route was fraught with danger, with black holes, supernovae, and other cosmic phenomena standing in their way. But Sam and Steve were undeterred. They had faced countless challenges before, and they were ready to face this one head-on, with their ship upgraded and their spirits high. They set out on the journey of a lifetime. As they raced through the stars, they encountered obstacles that pushed them to their limits. They navigated through asteroid fields, dodged solar flares, and even skirted the edge of a black hole, all with the skill and precision that had made them champions. But as they neared the end of the race, disaster struck. A rogue asteroid collided with their ship, damaging their navigation system and sending them off course. They were lost in the depths of space, with no way to find their way back to the race course.
Wow, what cool buildings my friends have made. I like them very much, and you, I hope so too. So, I should also show them how to make a sport car building. Well, at the same time, I will continue the story. But Sam and Steve were not about to give up. With their determination and quick thinking, they managed to repair their ship and get back on track. And as they raced towards the finish line, they knew that they had faced their ultimate challenge and emerged victorious. As they crossed the finish line, the cheers of the crowd echoed through the galaxy. Sam and Steve had once again proven themselves to be the best racers in the galaxy, and their legend would live on for generations to come. Sam and Steve's victory in the ultimate race cemented their place in history as the greatest space racers the galaxy had ever seen. Their journey had been filled with triumphs and challenges, but through it all, they had remained true to themselves and each other. As they looked back on their careers, they knew that they had achieved something truly remarkable. They had not only won races and broken records, but had also used their platform to make a positive impact on the galaxy. Their legacy lived on in the hearts of those they had inspired, the racers they had mentored, and the countless fans who had cheered them on throughout their careers.